My life is like a Christopher Nolan movie. I don't really understand what's going on.
What would you tell him or her?
I'd say don't try to understand it, just feel it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Mr. Christopher Nolan!
When you're making a film, you never have enough time and you never have enough money, no matter what the budget is. And so I think really the budget's kind of irrelevant. It's where it becomes interesting is the interaction of the subject matter with the budget. You know, my first film was a film called Following that I shot with friends. You know, we were all working full-time jobs. We would shoot one day a week on the weekends. We spent no money on the film. But I wrote the script knowing that's how we were going to make it. So the lack of a budget and the subject matter were in sync. And I think as long as you can maintain that balance, I think your chances of a good film are absolutely equal, whatever level you're working at. I mean, I think you can approach any subject in a number of different ways. Some would be smaller, some would be bigger. What you have to decide as a filmmaker is there a smaller way to tell the story or not? Certainly with Inception, I remember it was a film I'd worked on for many years and had no way to get a large budget for it. And so I kept trying to reconceive it as a smaller project, and it would never work in that way for me. And so I waited until I could get the right budget for it. So it's really about the story and about the scope of the approach you want to take. But what you don't want to do is start making a film with the wrong budget for the subject matter you're going to tell.
I think film's extremely important from a couple of different points of view. For myself as a filmmaker, being able to have the choice to shoot on film, to shoot on celluloid, which is what I love and what I choose to do. Over the last couple of years, filmmakers like myself who wanted to continue shooting on film have been under increasing pressure to modernize, or whatever you want to call it. But for me, film will always have this wonderful richness, the analog color it has, the superior resolution. And when film is projected, the way it was originally intended to be seen, the way you shot the film, you project the film, there's a very unique experience for the audience there that they can't get in their living rooms. And I think that's something that's very, very important. One of the things I love about directing is you don't specialize. You have to be able to really think of all the different aspects of the film at the same time. It's also important to surround yourself with collaborators who can take the pressure off certain aspects of it, and casting's a huge part of that. I'm extremely confident of that, but that is my job, that is my profession.
You didn't go to film school. This isn't what you did.
I couldn't get in.
Couldn't get in. They looked at your early work and said this guy has no future.
Exactly.
No, this is all over. So were you watching other movies too?
I've always watched movies. I mean, I've always been a student of films. I recommend it to any young filmmaker starting out. It's just try everything. Try recording sound, try shooting, try lighting, try a bit of everything, except maybe acting. But if you can get your head around all those different disciplines, you don't feel quite so at the mercy of your crew. And there's an interesting relationship as a director between yourself and the people who work for you on set, which is they're looking to you for leadership and guidance. And I think they also want to feel like you care about their job. And I think one of the ways of showing somebody that you care about their job, you know, is to know about it and be able to engage in a conversation with the sound department about microphones and which microphones they're using and things like that. I was challenged at every stage with taking on something bigger, but I didn't do what a lot of filmmakers since, you know, I did those films. There've been a lot of filmmakers who've gone from their sort of, whatever their memento is, straight to their Batman Begins, and that's a very difficult leap. And I would not have wanted to have to try and make that kind of technical leap in terms of marshalling resources and everything. I feel very lucky to have done a more modestly budgeted studio film and learned a lot about how to make that work and working within that system before I then, you know, took on their larger scale properties.
So, okay, what do you have? You have the beginning of the film here. Best way to draw it is
as a hairpin, like that. That's basically the end of the movie. This stuff is the black and white stuff. This is color. And this is running backwards as a series of jumps. And what we do is we cut between the two the whole way through. So we alternate scene here, scene there, scene there, scene there, scene there, scene there, and they meet towards the end of the film. But then within this, you have flashbacks to a different timeline, which is actually even earlier, somewhere around there. Also within this, you have flashbacks to an earlier time, also somewhere within there. And I think the way that we try and focus on this end of the film and making that as extreme as possible is by taking this subjective view and this objective view and effectively having them meet at the end. So that what we achieve is still subjective, but with enough objective information built into it that we start to question the point of view that we've been given for the whole film.